Practice Group. She represents federal workers in employment cases. Debra, thanks for being here this morning.
Yeah, good morning. Glad to be with you.
So glad you can maybe explain what the federal judge's order says.
Sure. So what the federal judge ordered is a temporary restraining order. So basically that halts the agencies from going forward with any RIFs that they started and proposed last week. So we did see, I think it was about 4,000 federal employees did get RIF notices last week. And those are all going to be on hold while this temporary restraining order is in place.
So what is the appeals process? Obviously, the Trump administration is going to try to fight this. What do they do moving forward?
We do expect that the Trump administration will likely go to the Ninth Circuit, which is the appeals court there on the West Coast, to seek to stay the TRO. And we'll have to see what the Ninth Circuit does. But we also suspect that either party will then appeal that to the Supreme Court, seeking emergency relief from the Supreme Court. So far, the Supreme Court has allowed the administration to move forward with RIFs. This is different, though. I mean, this is RIFs during a shutdown based on the shutdown. So this is something we've never seen before. So I do think it's far different than the early RIFs we saw back this spring.
Unions say these layoffs are politically motivated. How do the president's own words factor into this case?
Well, so the president has said that these RIFs are to target Democrat programs. And he's used the actual term Democrat over and over with regard to who is getting RIFed, which is very different than if an agency is restructuring and downsizing a program, or even if Congress had passed a budget eliminating certain programs, right? I mean, Congress can do that. If they ever get it together to actually pass a budget or a continuing resolution, they could say, we're going to eliminate this program or that program. But that is different than President Trump getting out there and saying, we're going to RIF people who work for Democrat programs.
So the White House has called some of these cuts hypothetical, even as notices are going out. Could that be a strategic move, a sign maybe they're testing the limits of presidential power here?
Well, they do have to give federal employees 60 days notice before they can actually separate them. But we've also seen several hundred employees recalled back to work. I think what we've seen over and over with these RIFs is that they're being done in such a hasty and messy manner that it's becoming very apparent that, folks who need to be doing their jobs are getting RIF notices, and those folks are getting called back to do the work that our country needs them to do.
Debra D'Agostino with the Federal Practice Group, thank you so much for being here to weigh in on what these federal workers may